Everybody, today we are going to be creating a game with Loquiz. So if you haven't done that yet, you can find out how to do that here. So right now I'm just on the dashboard of my account. As you can see, I don't have a whole lot going on here, just 6 questions so far. So let's go ahead and make our first game. Firstly though, let's check out view games here. And you can see I don't have any here set up, but there's this public library which actually has a couple of games set up so far, which if you don't want to set one up yourself, you can actually just play one of these already, and you can set your own locations to it. So wherever you want to put the game, you can just go ahead and set those questions, and the game is already preset. So let's go back though and make our own game. So let's hit new. There's 6 different types here. I won't get into them, but if you want more info on them, you can click down here, help on any of them, and that will give you a little bit more info about what each game is exactly. So let's make a Rogain game. That seems to be the most popular sort of outdoor game that we have, and probably the most straightforward one to create. So let's make an example with that. So first thing is to add the questions into the game. Here are the questions that I've created myself. Here is the public question library. And all these sort of tabs over here are just for searching out different questions, so you can just narrow them down by all these different categories, or you can search for specific sort of keywords that you want to look for. So let's just use the questions that I have. So I'm going to add these 6 here in here that I have. So then we can just go next. So here's the point where you want to actually put the points on the map. So wherever you're creating the game, let's do it in Central Park, New York. Here we go. So you can see right now it's in OSM settings, so you can actually change that to satellite view or to Google Maps, just for setting your points, just to sort of see exactly where you're putting them. If you're not actually on the ground and you're not sure what you're looking at, just these different views can help you out with that. So let's just do it with Google Maps for now. So to actually set the points, it's as simple as just clicking on the map. So I'm just going to kind of randomly put them here. So here we go. And there are all my points. You can see they have different icons here, so I set that up whenever I was creating the question. That's basically just up to you. You can just sort of give a little bit of general info about what the question's about, or if it's like a photo question, or maybe this question leads you to a bar for everyone to have a break or have a coffee, however you want to set it up. You can see this last question has this F here. That's because it's the finish question, so that's basically just the last question that you'll answer here to end the game. So you have them all set up here. You can move them around if you want, so they're not really stuck until you're done setting up the game. Here you have the radius of the pin, so you can make that bigger and easier to get to if you want, or you can shrink it down and make it a little bit more specific. I don't recommend making it any less than 10 though, because it can be a little bit hard to get to if it's less than that, so let's just keep them at 10. You can see the point values of all the questions here. They're all set at 1, so if you have them different, obviously it'll show a little bit different there as well. Here you'll notice the distance in the game, so that is the distance of the whole game, like starting from first point going all the way to the last point. So it's less than a kilometer here, but you can see it gets bigger when you start moving them around. So let's go next now that we have that all set up. Here you'll see just some different settings. You want to title your game here, so we'll call it New York Game. Sorry, here we go. So intro message, that's optional obviously, but it does already have sort of a preset message here, and that's just to kind of be safe when you're moving around and be aware of your environment, but you can make it whatever you want. Same with the end message. Language here. This actually will change the language of the buttons in the game, and just basically sort of the layout in the app. It won't translate your questions or anything like that, but it just changes the interface which basically is changeable in the game. So you have these couple languages to choose from. We'll keep it in English. You can tag the game if you like, just to find it easier once you have a bunch of games on your account. And you can set a time limit, so that's important sometimes if you have a game that's like spread out over a big area and you don't want people to wander off for hours. You can set it for an hour. Once that hour's up, everybody sees that the game is over and they'll come back to wherever you agreed the meeting point is, or however you agreed to end the game. So you can set that to whatever you like. Up here under question settings, you'll see just a few additional settings. I won't really get into that, but you can check that out for yourself. And once you have that, that's pretty much it. We'll go ahead and hit create here, and that will bring us here. So this shows us just all the general info about the game. So the next thing would be to create an event. We'll do that here in the next video for you, so that will allow us to play the game. So I'll get into that in just a minute, but for now that's our first game. We have that all set up, so thanks for watching, and check out our other videos.